June 9, 2017, Chicago, Illinois. 26-year-old Zhang was a Chinese scholar, a part of the Chinese Academy of Sciences, who decided to visit the United States to attend the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign to conduct research on photosynthesis and crop productivity for 1 year. She had been debating on staying in Chicago and enrolling in a doctoral program at the University of Illinois, while also planning on marrying her boyfriend at the time, Xiaolin Hao, only 4 months later in October before tragedy struck. That afternoon, YingYing took a transit bus to visit an off-campus apartment complex where she planned to sign a new lease there. At 1:39 p.m., she would text the leasing agent that she was running late and that she would arrive around 2:10 p.m. instead. She got off that bus at 1:52 p.m. and attempted to board another bus. However, she was standing on the opposite side of the street where the bus would stop, and as it approached her, she attempted to flag it down to no avail. She then walked a few blocks away to another bus stop and waited. 8 minutes later, a black Saturn Aura passed YingYing as she waited on the bus and circled around the block and stopped where she was sitting at 2:03 p.m. She spoke with the driver for only a minute before entering the car as they pulled off. At 2:38 p.m., the leasing agent texted YingYing and got no response. After hours of not hearing from YingYing, her friends became extremely worried, and an associate professor called the police to report her missing. The University of Illinois Police Department worked with FBI agents to locate YingYing, offering $10,000 for any tips leading to YingYing's disappearance. The large Chinese population at the University of Illinois worked together to try and help locate YingYing, and on June 17th, her father, aunt, and boyfriend traveled to Illinois to aid in the search. 2 days later, the reward money was up to $40,000. Only a month before, it was increased to $50,000. YingYing's mother and younger brother would travel to Illinois on August 19th, and the family stated they would not leave until they found YingYing. Police were unable to see the license plate of the black Saturn Astras and decided to search the database for the owners of four-door Saturn Astras in the area and found out only 18 people were registered to one. This narrowed the search, and after tracking down and interviewing the owners of these 18 Saturn Astras, police eventually landed on 30-year-old Brent Allen Christensen, a resident of the Champaign County area. Brent was a former PhD student at the University of Illinois and graduated from the University of Wisconsin-Madison in 2013. He would get married in 2011, but it's apparent that they were in an open marriage, and around the time of YingYing's disappearance, his wife was out of town. Police would interview him and ask him about his whereabouts on the day YingYing went missing. He claimed he did not remember what he was doing during the time of her disappearance and stated he was either sleeping or at home playing video games. Investigators went over the surveillance footage and compared the car on the tape to that of Brent's car and found multiple similarities. One being the car's sunroof was similar to that of Brent's car, and even more, the car appeared to have a cracked hubcap, which Brent's car also had. They concluded that the vehicle seen in the surveillance tape was indeed Brent's car, making him the last person to see YingYing before her disappearance. Police examined the car further and saw that it was cleaned thoroughly. Brent would state during his initial interview that he did indeed give an Asian woman a ride home, but a wrong turn caused her to panic as she left the car only a few blocks away. Police seized Brent's computer and phone and placed him under constant surveillance. They convinced his wife to wear a wire to see if they could exonerate Brent, if he indeed did not have anything to do with her disappearance. He would attend YingYing's memorial walk with his girlfriend, and shockingly, police would capture Brent on audio telling his wife that he brought YingYing back to their apartment and held her against her will. He bragged that he was a serial killer and that YingYing was his 13th victim. A claim police later stated they did not believe, as they could not find any other victims. On June 30th, Brent was arrested for the murder of YingYing Zhang and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Brent stated that after he killed YingYing, he dismembered her body and placed the body parts in 3 separate trash bags and dumped them in various dumpsters over the next 2 days. Police were never able to recover her remains,